Good morning. My name is Dave Flores, and I'm one of the elders here at Fremont. Today I will provide a devotional for Genesis 3, 1 through 7. I'll pause for a moment to let you read the verses before I continue. You can try so hard to teach a young person with your words and your example, but often they learn best when they learn the hard way. My mom told my brother and I over and over that the electrical outlets were not to be touched. But when he was about 10, something about it proved too tempting, and he put a bobby pin into the outlet. Anyway, the lights started blinking, and my mom ran to his bedroom to see my brother's hand was burnt. Screaming tears and many tears from my mom and my brother's suffering were all I could remember from that day. I would have given anything to keep him safe from knowing how much it hurts to touch something from an electrical shock. But he learned the hard way that Mom was right. The story of Adam and Eve resonates with us because we are just like them. We face the same kinds of temptations all the time. How often do we wonder if God is holding back something good? How often do we feel that His commands are too restrictive or outdated? We fall into the same mindset. Did God really say that? Or more commonly today, is His command still relevant for me? The serpent's voice still echoes. He causes us to question and doubt. Sin draws on our human desires. We look at something and think, that's harmless, that's good for me, even if it conflicts with God's design. It doesn't hurt anyone. We tell ourselves, but it does. It hurts us. And instead of fulfillment, it leads us into guilt and shame, just like Adam and Eve. When they realized they had sinned, they tried to cover themselves. Their eyes were open. They saw that they were naked, and they were ashamed. This shame drives them to try and hide from God. Fig leaves sewn together are not great hiding places. But we do the same. We hide, not with fig leaves, but with the layers of self-protection. We deny, minimize, excuse, or dress up our sin. We try to convince others and ourselves that it is not so bad. Maybe we fear being truly seen and rejected. So we cover up, we hide, we pretend. But the fall is not God's final word. This is only Genesis 3. The rest of the Bible shows that even through this struggle lives in every generation. God is a God who pursues, and even when we hide. The very first sin that separated us from God started with a tiny compromise. Eve didn't immediately bite the fruit when Satan brought it to her attention. She listened to him. She looked at the fruit. She touched it, and even then she ate it. We'll always face temptations, but with Jesus' power, we can resist Satan's manipulation and refuse small compromises that lead to sin by running from anyone who tries to convince us sin is better than obedience. Anything that tells us God is not who He says He is, anything that tells us we will gain more by disobeying God than by obeying Him, and promises that sin can lead to anything but heartache. The great news is God has no weaknesses, and He's strongest in our weaknesses. 2 Corinthians 12:9 indicates that when we ask Him, He will give us the strength to resist the temptation and compromise in sin. Ultimately, this points to Jesus, who comes to undo the curse of sin. He covers our sinfulness, not with fig leaves, but with His own righteousness. He removes our shame. Even the serpent's lie that we could be like God is undone by Christ's humility, and He will reverse our sin condition through His body sacrificed and the blood of the covenant given for us. As we look forward to this coming Sunday's message, may this devotional serve to prepare your heart and mind for God's spoken word. God bless, and have a great rest of the week.